Donald Trump's return to the Oval Office in 2025 is set to be one of the most pivotal moments in recent American history. After a controversial and polarizing first term, Trump has vowed to implement sweeping changes across the nation. His administration promises to deliver a mix of bold reforms, contentious policies, and drastic shifts in the country's domestic and foreign priorities. Let's dive into what we can expect under President Trump's second tenure. One of Trump's top priorities will be immigration reform, a hallmark of his earlier presidency. On his very first day in office, Trump plans to sign an unprecedented 100 executive orders. Among these will be the reinstatement of the travel ban targeting predominantly Muslim-majority countries, a policy that sparked both fierce criticism and strong support during his first term. Moreover, he aims to end birthright citizenship, which would challenge over a century of interpretation of the 14th Amendment. While Trump argues this move is necessary to secure borders and prevent illegal immigration, opponents view it as an attack on the foundational principles of the U.S. Constitution. Economically, Trump is returning with a clear objective: deregulation. He plans to eliminate up to 10 regulations for every new one introduced, far surpassing his previous 2-for-1 policy. This drive to streamline government operations and reduce bureaucratic hurdles aims to spur economic growth, particularly for small businesses and corporations. At the center of his economic policy lies a renewed emphasis on fossil fuel production. Trump has promised to declare a national energy emergency, effectively rolling back green energy initiatives and withdrawing the U.S. from international climate agreements like the Paris Accord. While proponents argue this will lead to energy independence and job creation, environmentalists warn of severe long-term consequences, including accelerated climate change. On the global stage, Trump is poised to reignite his America First trade policies. This includes renegotiating trade agreements to prioritize American industries and imposing tariffs on imports from countries like China. His administration believes these measures will revive domestic manufacturing and strengthen the American economy. However, critics argue that such policies could trigger trade wars, disrupt global supply chains, and increase consumer costs. Culturally, Trump's administration will push conservative social policies. For instance, he plans to implement a nationwide ban on transgender women competing in female sports and restrict hormone treatments for minors. These measures reflect the administration's alignment with traditional conservative values, but are expected to ignite fierce debates about individual rights, inclusivity, and fairness. A key feature of Trump's second term will be his implementation of Project 2025, a strategic blueprint developed with conservative think tanks. This comprehensive plan seeks to expand presidential powers while enacting an ultra-conservative social and economic agenda. By restructuring federal agencies, Project 2025 aims to give the White House greater control over policy implementation, even at the expense of checks and balances. While Trump supporters view this as a way to make government more efficient and accountable to the electorate, critics see it as a dangerous move toward authoritarianism. Organizations like the ACLU have raised alarms, warning that Project 2025 could undermine civil rights and liberties across the nation. In addition to these sweeping policy changes, Trump has promised to address what he calls the deep state within the federal government. He plans to overhaul federal agencies, including firing thousands of civil servants he deems unaligned with his administration's goals. This would represent one of the most significant reorganizations of the federal workforce in modern U.S. history, likely sparking widespread legal battles and political conflict. On the military front, Trump has vowed to restore what he terms unmatched American strength. By increasing defense spending and modernizing the armed forces, he aims to reassert America's dominance on the global stage. However, this comes with challenges, as balancing a growing national debt with increased military funding will require tough budgetary decisions. As Trump returns to the presidency, one thing is certain: his policies will generate intense debate. His administration's approach to immigration, trade, climate policy, and civil liberties will profoundly impact the country's social fabric, economy, and international standing. Whether you support or oppose his agenda, staying informed and engaged in the democratic process will be crucial. Trump's second term marks a new chapter for America, one filled with challenges, opportunities, and the potential for profound change. Only time will tell how these policies will shape the nation's future and its place in the world.